Hi, my name's Kathy Edwards. I own and operate 3 homes that are with the Housing with Support. The 2 homes that I have in Leamington, Ontario, one home has 24 beds, the other one has 55 beds. We look after people with mental illness, and we have maybe a 10% percentage of that is concurrent diagnosis, which is mental health and addictions. We're going to be doing a documentary because we need to educate people. We need to show the struggles. These homes struggle so bad with a premium of $55 a day. Unfortunately, almost 58%, 60% of it, our revenue is done with payroll because it's 24-hour care. We want to do this documentary because of the stigma against the mental health, the homelessness, and even the government. I really think they need to know the front workers of the homelessness. The sad thing is that these homes, if they don't exist, their next step is homelessness. There's not enough beds in the hospitals, there's not enough care facilities, and with the mental health, they still get older, they still have the same behavioral problems, and they can't go into these other rest homes. I really need the rumors, the stigma against the Leamington Lodge. I really need to fix that because I have sat back for 20 years. We have struggled all by ourselves for 20 years with no help, with no mental health, nothing. I thank God that over a year ago to last month, Dr. Burke, the chief of psychiatry, helped us get a psychiatrist for our home. We have addiction counselor, we do harm reduction. The reason I hang on to these homes, even though they don't make money and I'm losing my shirt, which is, the government really doesn't care, is because I have 2 daughters that live here. And honestly, where are the people going to go? They become our family. 95% of our residents here, nobody comes and sees them at Christmas, birthdays. And if they pass away, a lot of times we have a hard time finding family members to help us with the funeral. And it's a very sad time, especially around Christmas. We have a lot of depression. We try to keep them stable, but it is very difficult for a person to sit there by themselves with no family. So they make this home, the staff, and the resident their family. But it's still sad. Like, these people are here by themselves. Like, we've had a couple residents where the family said, just send them next door to the funeral home and don't call us. And that's so heartbreaking that this is still a human being. You have to look past the mental health. You have to look, they are not stupid. They're very smart. They're not stupid. And no one asked to be sick. Nobody asked to be sick. Unfortunately, sometimes we are even struggling with our professionals out in the community to help us, and a lot of times we don't get an ear. You know, they turn, how do you say that? They turn their ear on us. So, and I know there's a lot of rumors about what really goes on, but that's rumors. If I've had people come and start working for me and they say, wow, it's not what people think it is. I said, no, exactly. But unfortunately, nobody wants to come and come in, because half the time when they come in, they look like they're scared that they're going to get jumped. But that's not how it is. You know, they're not there. They're more scared of the public than they are themselves because of the stigma, because of how it could be body language, it could be your voice, it could be just how you look at them. They know, they're not dumb, and they feel it. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand that people with mental illness, we don't know that we're sick. Like, nobody knows when they're sick with mental health, because you think things are fine. But so what we try to do is keep them safe, keep them alive. It's really sad when one passes away. Our doctor retired. My staff came in. She was so upset. She was crying. This is 8 years ago when our doctor retired. She's crying. She says, nobody wants our people. I said, what are you talking about? She says, well, I've called 27 doctors in this area and nobody wants to take them. They all tell us we don't look after that type of clientele. We don't want you for psych. We want you for if they get cancer, if they get pneumonia, if they, like they still get sick. They're still a human being. They still get sick. Everybody's scared of mental health. The government sends down millions of dollars. Where is it? Where is it for us? We get $55 a day. It's 24-hour care. We do everything that a care facility does. We're stuck in the middle between Landlord-Tenant Act and care facilities. So anything that goes wrong, it doesn't matter. We're a double-edged sword. They can get you on anything. So it's like you're walking a fine line all the time, hoping you do make the right decisions, hope things go right for you. And it is. It's a fine line. I also want to thank Mayor Hilda McDonald, because she is the first mayor in the 20 years that has breached our doors and come and speak to my residents. It was very nice to know that she cared to come and see it. And I have a lot of faith that she will change things to help the homeless, to help the people with mental health and the addictions. And it's just not at these homes. It's in the community too that is suffering. So on that note, I thank you, Hilda, for taking your time and come and see the residents. They were very excited to see you and they liked you. Thank you.